Good evening, everyone. If you will all please stand and rise, and we will have our processional of graduates led by Dr. David Henneberry. You may all be seated. And now I would like to introduce Dr. Henneberry, who is the Associate Vice President of International Studies and Outreach, to give you all a warm welcome.
Well, we'd like to welcome everybody to the Wes Watkins Center, which is the home of international activities here on the campus of Oklahoma State University. And I'd like to tell you just about a few of the things that are happening here in the Division of International Studies and Outreach. We've had a lot of changes over the past year, and we're very excited about them. And one of those was the departure of a longtime and beloved employee of the school, Donna Birchler. And she has moved into retirement, and we have filled that position with Janet Herron. And Janet has been at OSU, and she's been working in the Division of International Studies and Outreach. She was a natural fit for the position, and she's going to be able to provide excellent guidance to our students in the future. And so we're very happy. Let's have a round of applause for Janet. And we have been, over the past year, one of the things that we want the School of International Studies to do is to be a unit that works interdisciplinary across campus, and in particular with the College of Business, simply because there are quite a few of our students that have a strong interest in business and marketing and those topics. And so Dr. Jenswold has forged an alliance with the School of Entrepreneurship, which will have the School of International Studies serving as the academic home for a large global data set on entrepreneurship. And this will provide a vehicle that many of our students can use to perform academic studies and learn more about the area of entrepreneurship. And so we're really excited about this. I think as that takes place in the future, it's going to be a really good thing for that group of our students that are interested in studies of entrepreneurship. And we do know that small businesses account for most of job creation. And that's something that largely is true globally. Whether you're in almost every country, job creation is strongly tied to the presence of a vibrant small business sector. And so we're looking forward to that. And today last night, I should say, we had the arrival of our first visiting scholar in Iranian studies. And this individual is associated with the donation we received last year from the Farzaneh family to develop a focus area in Iranian studies. And so we have Dr. Pedram Khusrounejad. Pedram, I know you're here. There he is. He's standing up. Let's give him a round of applause. And we welcome him into the International Studies and Outreach family. We have a couple of very distinguished guests with us today. OSU Regent Lou Watkins is here. Lou, would you raise your hand or stand up? And former Congressman Wes Watkins. And the registrar of OSU, formerly Celeste Campbell, and Celeste Tabor today, yes. Thank you. And there are many other people here. I'm not going to introduce everybody, but we have most of our International Studies and Outreach Administration present at this ceremony. International Studies is, in my opinion, becoming increasingly important in the world. If you open any news website, any large newspaper, any magazine, they're filled with articles about global events that have the potential to significantly affect all of our futures. And as a world, we must have people in our society who are educated in international studies so that they can become a part of the solutions that we seek for these issues. And I'm very proud of the 6 graduate students that we have seated in front of us today, because they've been working hard here for the past 2 years, most of them, and they've been studying and developing their intellectual ability. They're advancing themselves academically, and today we're going to formalize that by awarding them a graduate degree in international studies from Oklahoma State University. And so we're so proud of you students, and we do notice how hard you've worked during your program. Let's have a round of applause for them. And at this time, I'd like to introduce the Director of Academic Programs for the School of International Studies. He's an individual who's made a large contribution. He's worked very hard with our students. He's trying to forge alliances with other units across campus. And please help me welcome to the podium Dr. Joel Jenswold. Thank you, Joel.
Hello, good evening. Yes, welcome to our fall semester School of International Studies hooding ceremony. I'd like to welcome you all, and I'd like to extend a special welcome to those of you who've traveled for some distance to get here. Our students come from all over the world, and I know that many of you have had family members come from quite literally the far corners of the planet in some cases. So welcome especially to those of you who had to make a special effort to get here, and perhaps those who are joining us by live stream as well, as our ceremony is being streamed through the internet as I speak. The academic programs unit here in the School of International Studies, Division of International Studies and Outreach, has quite a few things on our plate. Dr. Henneberry mentioned a couple of them, but in addition to the graduate program, which we're highlighting tonight, we coordinate scholarships in several areas for international events and international experiences for students, both undergraduate and graduate. Foremost among these are the Don and Kathy Humphreys Endowed Chair Travel Grants for long-term study abroad. Also the Matthew 2540 International Service Scholarships, which are endowed and supported by the Watkins, to whom you've already been introduced. We manage those in our program. We support the campus Fulbright application processes administratively. And we coordinate an undergraduate interdisciplinary minor in international studies as well. We also make efforts to try and support and coordinate faculty initiatives wherever they may occur on campus and from whatever college or program. Most recently, we've initiated and just this semester had approved an international graduate certificate in international disaster and emergency management, which will equip students and certify them to work in either man-made or natural disasters, whether it be in a home government, an office here in the United States, an international relief agency, or some other non-governmental or intergovernmental organization. So we're very pleased with that. We're also exploring initiatives to create another graduate certificate in international customs and trade. We're doing this with the cooperation of our Trade and Development Office here in the unit. That's not quite ready to go yet, but that's definitely on the agenda. So we have all of these sorts of things that we're doing. We also host international scholars. Some we host outright, some we just provide support for. As people in other departments or other colleges bring them in, we're always happy to do what we can to support those initiatives, and that's an ongoing emphasis of ours as well. But of all these things, the crown jewel, the most important program is the graduate program. It's the flagship. And today is the day that we celebrate the successful culmination of an extended period of hard work by these individuals to complete what is in many ways a uniquely demanding academic program. You know, it takes a certain kind of vision, and I would say even courage, to embark on an interdisciplinary graduate program such as this. Our students are asked, in addition to completing a core curriculum, to select one of 5 focus areas, which vary widely according to their interests. But within that focus area, they take courses alongside graduate students in what you might think of as traditional programs and disciplines. So our students who are interested in international business take the same business courses as the students in the business programs per se. And that pattern is replicated throughout the experience of the program. So they take the same courses, they deal with the same faculty members, meet the same academic standards, only to do this, they have to not experience the comfort of a home department where they know all of their fellow students and they know the faculty and get to know each of them pretty well. They do this by spreading out all over campus. That takes a certain amount of vision and, well, any of you who've been to graduate school can probably identify with this, courage as well. It can be a little scary dealing with people who are in other departments or other colleges from where the bulk of your work is or where your core interests might lie. But it's important because the interdisciplinary approach is gaining recognition in its academic validity and its long-term utility as the globe continues to shrink, or in the words of Thomas Friedman, flatten a little bit. Well, so they've got and met quite a considerable challenge. We can't do this without the support of dedicated faculty members who over the years have worked with our students and agreed to take on, usually with no reward and in some cases not even recognition within their home units, departments, and colleges, the challenge of helping our students to meet their goals and us to achieve our interdisciplinary vision. We have a couple of these faculty members with us today. I'd like to just point them out. To my left is Dr. Sheeta Henneberry, who has, who has mentored countless numbers of our students over the years and is the advisor of one of our graduates whom she'll be hooding tonight. Dr. Henneberry, in addition to working with us, is a Regents Professor of Agricultural Economics and is the director of the Masters of International Agricultural program, which just had their ceremony, their hooding ceremony, a couple of hours ago. So she's doing double duty for us, and we appreciate it. Also, in the audience, or in the group here, is Dr. Dale Lightfoot, back at this table. Dr. Lightfoot is the head of the geography department here at OSU. He has also been with the program since the beginning as a member of the program committee and mentor of many of our students, and he's the advisor of a thesis of one of our students who's graduating here tonight as well. So it's folks like Dr. Henneberry and Dr. Lightfoot. I see Dr. Craig Edwards out there from Ag Communications, who work with our students and make this all possible. And we have over 150 such faculty members across campus who have made the commitment to affiliate with us and help us see our students through their programs and through their successful course. You've already met the members of the stage party. I would like to point out one other person in addition to those of us up here. The other member of our academic office, the academic programs unit here in the division, is Ms. Kara Cummings, back in the back. Kara has been with us for, about a year and a half now, and she has, she's kind of become my brain. She keeps track of the calendar. She's the executive assistant for the unit, and in addition to keeping track of my calendar and trying to keep me out of trouble, which is a losing proposition, but she's done pretty well. She has managed the scholarship programs that I mentioned earlier, and as those grow and develop, that's become a full-time job in and of itself. So Kara's efforts have certainly been appreciated, and I would like to take this opportunity to make a rather sad announcement, which is that Kara will be leaving us as of the end of next week. She and her husband will be pursuing future opportunities in Florida, and so we wish her the best and hope she stays in touch with us. I tried to talk her out of it, but it didn't work. So there you have it. Well, within our graduate program here in the School of International Studies, the student body composition is, since I've been involved at least, pretty consistently approximately half U.S. students, half international students. And you see that reflected in our graduating class tonight, actually. I don't think there are any U.S. students in our graduating group tonight, actually. But over time, if you look at the student body taken together, it's generally about half and half, international students and U.S. students. We draw U.S. students from all over the country, many attracted by our Peace Corps service variant or program option. We draw our international students from all over the world. We have a strong representation for the past few years from Mexico, in large measure because of a dual degree program we have with UPAEP in Puebla, Mexico. But we've also started drawing what you might think of as more traditional students, non-dual degree, primarily from Monterrey Tech and the Monterrey Tech campuses in Mexico. And we actually have graduates from that program here tonight, and more coming into the program, actually. At any given time, the number of countries represented in our program is roughly a dozen or more. It's been as high as 24 in our larger graduating classes. Currently, I would say it's about, I believe it's 10 or 12 at this point. So, point being, that I like to tell people that if they want to have an international experience at OSU and not actually have to go anyplace, our program's a pretty good place to do that, because our student body comes from all over, and they are an unusually collegial bunch. So it's a tremendously diverse student body and population, and it's a terrific opportunity to experience cultures from more than just one or two other places at a time. Now, that's not to denigrate the value of spending time abroad in a single place. It's also valuable, and we encourage our students to do that. In fact, it's a program requirement that you have a significant overseas experience, unless you're one of the international students. We figure they're already having one by being here, right? So, but it is an enormously diverse and exciting kind of place to be, an exciting student population with people from all over. I teach the core course that everyone has to take. It's our way of sort of making sure that they can stand it. So I teach the core course for the program, and we've had students just this semester, I think 7 different countries, just in that class. So it's very exciting. It's a great sort of program. It's a great sort of experience all the way around, and we're very proud of our graduates. Our graduates have gone on to do great things in a variety of venues, be it private sector, government, non-governmental organizations, intergovernmental organizations in some cases. So the future is bright, and I think the future is bright for this approach to education, and I think the future is bright for our graduates. And so tonight is the night that for the group that are finishing up this month, that we step back and congratulate them and celebrate a little bit. But being academics, we celebrate in a funny way. We celebrate by dressing up in 16th century costumes that are good for pretty much nothing else except maybe Halloween parties. Unless you get a judicial appointment, I guess. But that's not likely for most of us, I suppose. But there's a reason for all this. The academic regalia is highly symbolic, and it has a purpose. You look at us and we're dressed in these different outfits. Everything on here means something. Even the cut of the gown varies between undergraduate, master's, and doctoral or terminal degrees. We get these nice chevrons, right? But even the design, all of the medals, the cords that you'll see some people wear, sashes sometimes, pins, the style of the hat, all has meaning. Most of it designates membership in some or another honorary society or some other kind of distinction. Unusually high grade point average, membership in an honorary society or a selective academic organization of some sort. And so you see different people wearing these different accoutrements. And those of you who go to the ceremony this evening for the entire graduate college over in Gallagher-Iba Arena will see a lot of different things coming up. So it all has symbolic value, but of all these things, the one that's most important, the one that's really significant is the hood. And that is why we make a special effort to acknowledge our graduates by having a special separate hooding ceremony for them. It's the hood, the academic hood, that is the badge of distinction of advanced post-bachelor's academic attainment. And they're symbolic as well. You'll notice that those of us who have PhDs, ours is a little more elaborate. You also notice that the colors vary. The reason for that has got to do with the colors of the degree-granting institution. So mine, red and blue, those are the colors of the institution that bestowed my degree on me. Accordingly, all of our students' hoods will be trimmed in the black and orange of Oklahoma State University. The gold facing on it designates a Master of Science degree as opposed to a Master of Arts or some other master's level degree. So we make a point to celebrate our graduates, to acknowledge their attainment by hooding them, by bestowing the hood in a separate special ceremony individually. And we'll be getting to that in just a moment. But before we do that, I have one other announcement I'd like to make. And that is that, we have a series of scholarships and fellowships that we give out in the School of International Studies to our particularly distinguished graduate students. And those are given out in a special ceremony that we have every April. But there's one award that we don't give out in that ceremony, and we don't even publicize it. Even the recipient doesn't know who it is until we spring it on them. And this is our Distinguished Graduate Award, Distinguished Student Award for this group or for this class. And so we've selected one. And our distinguished graduate for School of International Studies this term is Emmanuel Rebeles Hernandez. In addition to his academic achievements here, and he carries, by the way, a grade point average of 3.875. I looked it up, that's basically a 3.9 on a 4-point scale. That's nearly perfect. That's extremely difficult to do in our program for the reasons I was discussing when I first started talking. So he's got a near perfect grade point average. By the way, and he's not working in his native language as he does this. He also is the president of our student organization, Student Association of Global Affairs, or SAGA. He was just recently inducted into Sigma Iota Rho, which is an honorary society for students involved in interdisciplinary international studies. He's also worked up in our offices in marketing and events and done a fantastic job designing brochures, getting information out about our various programs, and keeping the atmosphere in the offices lighthearted, which is easy for him because he's also, and not everybody knows this, an accomplished performer. So I thought I'd ask him to do a little song and dance number. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And Emmanuel comes to us from Monterey Tech Chihuahua campus, which I mentioned earlier as well. And so I take great pleasure in bestowing our Distinguished Graduate Award this term on Emmanuel Rebeles Hernandez. Emmanuel, a little something to take with you. And with that, we are now ready to go ahead and not make our graduates wait any longer, but bring them up and have them recognized for their accomplishments and their hoods bestowed. So for that, I will turn the podium over to Janet Heron.
Okay, students, if the students in front, our graduates, will rise. And Emmanuel, if you will lead them out towards the flags and back up. You can leave your programs on your chair, but take your hood because you're about to get hooded. Excellent. And then I will ask Nada Abd El Hadi to come forward. She is going to be hooded by Dr. Jenswald. Wonderful. And then you'll notice in our program we have a couple of students who are unable to be with us this evening. And then we have German Alejandro Gaines Sanchez, and he will be hooded by Dr. Jenswald as well. And next we have Monica Perez Diaz, and she will be hooded by Dr. Jenswald as well. And next we have Parine Purigosum, and she will be hooded by Dr. Jenswald. And next is Laura Rebecca Reyes, and she will be hooded by Dr. Jenswald. And last but not least, we have Emmanuel Robles Hernandez, who will be hooded by Dr. Sheeta Henneberry. Congratulations. And now I'll ask Dr. Jenswald to come forward for closing remarks. Thank you.
I'd like to ask the graduates to stand, turn, and accept the applause of the audience, please. All right, and as we close our ceremony tonight, I'd also like to acknowledge the family and friends once again. You know, nobody does this alone. Nobody takes a journey like this on their own. Whether it's someone who's coming from a smaller town in Oklahoma close to Stillwater or halfway around the world. It's still a challenge. It's still a little scary. It's still a major step forward in your life. And no one does it without support. So I'd like to express my appreciation to those of you who've supported the graduates and believed in them and seen them through this. A little applause for the family and friends, please. And to the graduates, as you move ahead in your new adventures, and you'll have some, we hope that your memories of your time here are with us are as fond as ours are of your time with us and having you in class and in the office and generally keeping things interesting for us. We're very proud of you. We hope you're proud of your affiliation with our university and with our program. We also hope you'll consider supporting it in our efforts here to help make opportunities available for those who will come in your footsteps. We have a lot of exciting new things going on, lots of new programs, lots of new opportunities to help students move forward, but it doesn't happen without help and commitment from those who believe in what we're trying to do. You know, an investment in our program is in a very real sense an investment in the value of your own degree, as the prestige and activities of this program and Oklahoma State University in general expand and grows, so does the value of your degree from it. So in a very real sense, you can help yourselves by helping the program and helping us out in the future. I hope you'll keep that in mind as well. But in the meantime, this is a time for celebration. So I hope that you will take a few minutes. There's a possibility for taking photos at the setup over there. We'll be available to talk with you still. I see there's still food at the buffet. I hope you'll take advantage of that. We don't like to send any back, so you can help us out with that. And that will conclude our formal ceremony for this evening. I'd like to thank you all once again. I'd like to wish you all the best. Thank you for your support for our programs and our students, your sons, daughters, friends, nieces, nephews. And I wish you all the best for the holiday season and safe travels wherever your journeys may take you next. Thank you again, and good night.